Man that is born of a woman is a few days and full of trouble. I believe that's Job 14:3. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Hard work never killed anybody, but why take the chance? Ronald Wilson Reagan. So those would tend to be conflictory, if you will. The reason I had this out here, this is what I was doing this morning. I would clean this weight up to my shoulder, do 2 squats, and then do one clean where I bend down, drive my hips up, drive my shoulders up, catch the weight over my head, similar to the Olympic lift. Well, I got here and I couldn't jerk the weight. I couldn't pull it up over my head, which is something I've been having of trouble in my 50s. In my 30s and 40s, my shoulders were very strong, especially in my 30s. I used to go in to a weight rack and clean. That means I would take the weight, bend down, drive the weight up. I would clean 275 pounds. That's how much I could do. The most I ever did in a tournament was 235, which is like 108 kilos. That was at a body weight of about, I think I was like 230 then. But in any case, yeah, I was a good lifter, and I enjoyed it. But what am I talking about today? What I'm saying is that it's very important in life to understand structures that are in you and what you need to do, like a marriage. If you go into a marriage thinking it's going to be like your honey, like when you first started dating the whole time, you're going to be disappointed because it changes, and in some ways it gets better. But it's important to understand structures. It's important to understand how things work. And our culture now, if you will, and our society is changing so fast, and quite frankly, some of it has been engineered. There's been a lot of negative engineering, because what's going on in society right now is we're moving from an industrial society and even out from a post-industrial society into something else. And our education system was designed to get people to work their ass off and to have no creativity and so forth and so on, not to think, well, where before, if anybody got an education, they had a classical education. They learned logic, they learned music, they learned history, whatever those things were, because I didn't have that. I'm a product of an industrial education. I've tried to educate myself. If I have, I have. If I haven't, I haven't. But I think I have. So you need to understand what you're looking at. For instance, right now, I'm struggling with some decisions about where I'm working in North Carolina. I'm in my home in West Virginia now, but I'm struggling with that as far as, is this storm good enough? I know that there's a gentleman up there that I ran into that wants to hire me to work the storm. So if he didn't think there was new business, he wouldn't be hiring me and offering to pay for my room and so forth. I also know that there's another guy there and me, and we worked really hard for a week and a half, and we didn't get good results. But I think that's because of him. But once again, that could be my ego. I could be the one at fault. It's very hard to be objective. So those are the types of things that I'm talking about. You need to learn to look at the structure and understand things and enunciate them and discuss them with other people. So in my issue, I tend not to want to discuss things. I just want to run out and do them and not think things through, which you see that phenomena a lot. So take your time, realize what you're dealing with, okay? And yeah, I'm going to continue to lift. I like this, because I like the weightlifting, because now I'm 57 years old and I can still climb up a ladder. I still move around. I still have good strength. I still have good flexibility. I think the weightlifting is very important. And I'm not talking about doing curls. I'm talking about cleaning, learning to do a clean, the squat, the bench press, which is the big 3 in high schools. I think that's a very effective way and a very effective lift for the rest of your life. Okay, bye.